any reason that a school counselor is meeting with a 15-year-old girl outside of school up in the middle of the woods?
That one question exposed a predator who in this story was literally hiding in plain sight. A counselor who used his position to groom a student just had his whole world come crashing down. And we have it all from the moment he's caught to the moment it all unravels, all captured on body cam. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Now, I gotta say something real quick. You know how we cover the dangers of this world all the time? I mean, look at the stories that we cover here on Sidebar. But did you know that your data is exposed everywhere? Your personal data is all stored across online directories, people's search sites, commercial databases. So that means things like your address, your phone number, your social security number, it's out there. Incognito can help track down that information and demand it be taken down. With their custom removal feature, your dedicated privacy expert will handle removing your data automatically from hundreds of data brokers and from any links that you send in. You know, look, I was shocked to find out that my information was on all these databases, but thankfully, within days, Incogni was taking them down. They can't harm you if they can't find you. Use code SIDEBAR at the link below. Get 60% off an annual plan. That is incogni.com/sidebar. This story takes us to Shelton, Washington. It is April of 2023 on what should have been a normal spring break afternoon. According to the Mason County Sheriff, a 15-year-old girl went for a jog and she didn't come back. So her mom tracked her phone to a remote gravel road where she found a motorcycle, a cell phone, and a man hiding in the woods.
How's it going? You got ID on you?
But get this wasn't a stranger. She knew him because you know who he was?
Is there any reason that a school counselor is meeting with a 15-year-old girl outside of school up in the middle of the woods?
Yeah, you heard that right. Her daughter's high school counselor, 29-year-old Samuel Caffey. Now, we're going to learn more about him in a minute, but it started as a welfare check. But this ended up with police uncovering an absolutely horrifying pattern of grooming, manipulation, and abuse that spanned months. And you know what's even worse? There are allegations that the school knew about what was going on. He was supposed to be protecting his students, and they allegedly knew he wasn't. So I want to take you into this, show you exactly what happened to this counselor turned criminal. Here's how it all went down. So this encounter happened back on April 5th, 2023 in Shelton. It's a small town. It's about 60 miles southwest of Seattle. The population's around 10,000. The Mason County Sheriff's Office receives a call for a welfare check at around 3 p.m. Again, a 15-year-old girl is apparently threatening to hurt herself. When officers arrive, it is a scene that just doesn't add up. There's a motorcycle parked on the road. The girl is there. And then this man appears out of the woods, literally, 29-year-old Samuel Caffey. He was this guidance counselor at Shelton High School. And what police are about to hear is going to immediately set off alarm bells.
How's it going? You got ID on you? Is there any reason that a school counselor is meeting with a 15-year-old girl outside of school up in the middle of the woods?
Dude, I have reason, yeah.
Okay.
It's not what they suspected to be.
Okay, well, here's the deal. I've been doing this job for 7 years.
Sure.
And you hiding in the woods tells me otherwise.
Sure.
So.
Don't agree with that.
You don't?
No.
You really don't think that it's unprofessional that you're up here in the woods with a 15-year-old girl?
I would say that I crossed the line professionally. I would say it's not what I think you're insinuating it to be.
Okay. Okay. Hang tight, okay?
So police already have a bad feeling about this guy, but they need to piece together what actually happened, right? So that is when the girl's mom starts filling in the blanks, and police learn more critical details about Mr. Caffey.
He just told me, I went and got his ID. The parents informed me that this is her school counselor that had been hiding in the woods when they got here. And they advised that that's her school counselor. They've been thinking something was kind of weird between the interactions between him and their daughter. He finally came out. They said he finally came out of the woods after they were up here for quite a while. He came walking back out to his street bike here. she's in tiny little shorts and a sweatshirt is all that she's got on. Correct. Okay. Yep. Bye. So just give you guys an idea of what's going on. I contacted the detective sergeant. He's going to send 2 detectives up here because of the situation, him being a school counselor, your daughter being up here with them. So 2 detectives on their way up. Your daughter's just hanging out in the back of the car.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of go keep an eye on her. I don't believe there's anything she has that she can like hurt herself with, but she's said it multiple times.
Okay.
That if we didn't leave her alone, that she will kill herself.
Okay.
Over the situation because she didn't want us to find out who she was in the woods with. And we said, hey, if he's an 18-year-old boy, we'll be gladly give him his keys to his car back and we'll leave.
When you got here, where'd they go?
When I pulled in, walking, and I said, well, whose bike is this? And she said, oh, I don't know. But then she took her phone off of it, and I said, well, you know whose bike it is, like, whose property is this? What are you doing? Who are you with? And, like, they wouldn't show themselves. They were hiding in the woods. And we went looking around. We couldn't find them. She said she was going on a run. I don't know if she hopped on that bike and came up here, if he picked her up and brought her up here, or if she actually ran her little butt up here and met him up here. I don't know.
Okay.
So all I know is that I told her she needed to get home soon because she was supposed to go to counseling and supposed to go to her dad's house. And then she wasn't picking up her phone. And then I look at the find your phone thing and I noticed her phone's up here. And I'm like, why is she up here? This isn't a safe space for her. 15 years old, little short shorts, out running, you know? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna book it up there. And then I find her right here walking towards me and the bike when I pull in, and I like drive back there and I don't see anybody. I'm like, who are you with? Some guy named Ray, she says. I met him on Snapchat or something. He's 18. Well, what school does he go to? Where?
Not that makes it.
So then I'm like, well, now I'm even really concerned because that's not a good mood. That's not safe. If he goes to school, what school? You know, you don't know what school. And so she's just like, you know, just leave it alone. If you don't leave it alone, I'm going to kill myself. You don't think I'll do it, I'll do it. You know, and she's, you know, talked about this. So we were on the phone with her dad and we were just like, hey, you know, we told her, if he's 18, he can come out and introduce himself. No big deal. We'll give him his keys. We'll go home. You know, if not, you know, we're calling. We want an ambulance and a sheriff out here because this situation just doesn't look right. Something's not right. Because I'm like, no high school kid's going to go hide in the woods for like an hour and not come out and talk to the parents. And then your kid's not going to tell you that your kid's not going to repeatedly tell you over and over again that they're going to hurt and kill themselves over the situation. You know, it's just not. So, like, me and her dad, we had him on the phone the whole time. We all talked about it and, you know, we said, that's it, we're calling, we're getting some. Okay. We're going to get some help for her and figure out what's going on, figure out whose bike this is, but he didn't come out of the woods until I was already on the phone with 911.
So now the police have gotten a better picture from the mom, and they've already called for detectives. But Caffey is not just standing there quietly.
You're not going nowhere.
Sure.
There's 2 detectives on their way up here. They're going to be coming up to talk to you.
Sure.
So just hang tight over next to your bike. Okay. They're going to be here soon. Okay. And the detective sergeant is contacting the school to find out as to why you're up here with a 15-year-old girl hiding in the woods.
Interesting.
So you can go ahead and wait over next to your bike.
One last question, if I may. What crime am I being suspected of?
Crime?
Yeah.
Okay, well, right now it would be a potential sex offense.
And what evidence to put me other than just the circumstances?
So,
is that what it is?
So, okay, before you try to YouTube lawyer it up, let me inform you right now, based on reasonable suspicion,
Sure.
which is Terry v. Ohio, I can reasonably detain you for the time being for an investigation. You were up here, you're 29 years old, you were a school counselor. You were up here with a 15-year-old girl that is wearing very short shorts. She was hiding from her parents. She came walking out, most likely from the back of the bushes, wherever you guys were. Her phone was sitting on your bike. You were hiding in the woods for almost an hour. So, based on that information, at this time, I am telling you, you are not free to go.
Yes. I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait next to your bike.
I will. Thank you.
Hey, Jeff. Yeah, there's something weird about this guy. He's giving me he's weird. He's smirking when he's asking if he's free to go. I'm informing him no. He's asking why not, and he's sitting there smirking. There is something weird about this guy. Okay. Copy that. Okay, copy that. Do you have your cell phone on you?
Yep.
Let me see your cell phone. Based on exigent circumstances and the fact that you could be destroying evidence of a sexual crime, taking your phone for the time being.
You go do that?
Yes.
That phone is going to reveal some very important details here, and we're going to revisit that. But detectives end up putting Caffey in the back of a patrol car. They read him his rights, he agrees to talk, and at this point, he's detained. Right away, he seems to start painting himself as the good guy, the counselor who cares too much, the one who goes above and beyond for his students. But just how deep did that investment really go? Detectives are about to find out.
What do you do for work?
I'm a high school counselor.
Where at?
Shelton High School.
Okay. How long have you been there?
7 years.
Really? Wow. Where'd you go to school?
I did my undergrad at Evergreen and then my master's at the University of Puget Sound.
Okay. So what is your degree in?
Education with an endorsement in school counseling.
Okay. And have you been working at Shelton High School for 7 years?
Yes.
Okay. So explain to me what your duties are there.
Yeah, my role is to be specifically, my caseload is all freshman students to help support them academically, social, emotionally, and then post high school. So like secondary career and college readiness.
Okay. All right. What are your normal work hours?
By contract, my work hours are 7:15 to 2:45.
Okay.
Do I ever?
What are your realistic work hours?
They sometimes, through COVID, were 24/7.
Right.
Through this last year has been when I'm needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you said you're responsible for only freshmen?
Correct.
So how many counselors are there for the freshman class?
Just me.
Just you?
For 400 and so, I think we're a little over 400.
How in the hell do you find the time to dedicate to each and every one of those kids?
I don't get to. So I usually pick a handful of kids that I really deeply invest in, and then I have some students that I see kind of on a couple-week basis, and then there's some students I don't meet at all. And my hope is that they don't need me.
Okay. So now, will you follow this class through their high school career? So next year you'll be responsible for the sophomore class?
No, I
Okay.
get a brand new group.
So you get a brand new group every year. So you've been doing this for 7 years.
As the freshman guy, last year was my first year. This is my second for dedicated freshmen.
The investigator asks Caffey about his relationship with his supervisors. And Caffey admits there's been some tension. And then they get to how he ended up connecting with this teen girl.
So what brings you then to where we're at here?
Yeah. One of my students that I've gotten to know really well, who's in my DBT, dialectical and behavioral therapy group, who's somebody who comes and checks in with me pretty regularly. And so she recently had some kind of abnormal home situations. And so we've been staying in better contact electronically about what's going on.
So tell me about that. When you say abnormal home situation, what does that mean?
So not last week, but the week prior, she got in an altercation at home, where she got in a fight with her mom, and then the boyfriend stepped in. He pressed the issue, which is very abnormal for him and his role in their relationship. Typically, the conflict stays between daughter and mother, but he inserted himself, which only got Sage more escalated. She ended up, in her words, punching a tree, and showing me pictures of how bruised up her fists were, her right fist was. And then she sent me a picture of her bruised forehead from her and her mom both said that she had smashed her head into the wall repeatedly because she stated that they were not listening to her. Oh. And after all of that happened, Jesse, the boyfriend, stated that it was his home and that he did not want her there anymore.
How often, then, do you see or in your job as a counselor?
We'll come by my office a couple times a week.
Okay. And do you have dedicated time with her where you're providing counseling services?
I have my group-based counseling that I do with her, and it was 3 students first trimester. It's 6 students this trimester. And then I do one-on-one conversations counseling. We have to be careful around what we call my work as a school counselor, that it is not therapeutic counseling. It cannot be classified as therapeutic counseling because it's beyond my scope.
Okay. So do you have any education and training in therapeutic counseling?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
My master's program at the University of Puget Sound was specifically in counseling theory, okay. But then with an internship that happened in the schools and additional coursework to get an endorsement in school counseling.
So your work then as a school counselor, you are not, do you qualify in your role with your background, your training and certifications, do you qualify as, the word is escaping me right now.
I'm not a registered or licensed counselor in the state of Washington.
Okay.
No.
And you're not, conversations then between you and the students
are confidential unless I'm concerned around, like, I get to maintain a level of confidentiality unless I'm concerned about the safety of the students. So that's active, present concerns around their suicide ideation that I believe that, is unsafe if they were to leave my office, so I contact home, around their possible harm to others, or any concerns that would require me to call the police or CPS in regards to, like, neglect, child abuse.
So there is confidentiality.
Correct. So, I have the right to that, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so Caffey just admitted he's not a licensed therapist. He's a school counselor. And he's been meeting with this girl one-on-one multiple times a week and communicating with her on Snapchat, all while knowing the school had a policy against it. But here's the part that he didn't see coming. The detective is about to confront him with the truth. Guess what? This isn't counseling. This is something else entirely.
So how is what you were doing here today supporting? How is this good for her mental health?
This did not end up in a place that was good for her mental health.
So what was your intent when you came up here to meet with her? And sneak her away from her house, take her away because you knew her parents didn't want you there. How was that? How did you intend for that to be good for her mental health?
I thought having a familiar, comfortable face that she trusted to tell her that it was going to be okay was helpful.
Okay. Because I'm going to tell you exactly what this looks like and exactly what it smells like, and I think exactly what it is. Okay. This is grooming behavior. Okay. And as a counselor, I know damn good and well you know exactly what that is. Okay. Here's what is happening right now. And her parents are accompanying one of the other detectives back to the office. She is going to take part in what's called a forensic interview. Okay, I'm sure you're familiar with what forensic interviews are. And during that process, she, if she's willing and is to do so, will disclose the full extent of the relationship between you and her. Mm-hmm. This is your opportunity, Sam, to get out in front of things right now and tell your story in your words. Don't let a 16 or a 15-year-old girl tell your story.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to be honest with you, you f***ed up. Okay? You know that.
Yeah.
You crossed about every ethical boundary that exists.
Professionally, yeah.
Absolutely. You violated numerous school policies.
Mm-hmm.
You violated numerous of the canons of ethics for counselors and counseling. You really overstepped your bounds. And I'm going to be honest, as I've been from the moment we sat down, and I'm going to tell you, I don't think it's for altruistic reasons, okay? I think that your relationship with this student in particular has crossed over from being a counselor-student relationship to a relationship between a man and a woman. Okay? And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm telling you from where I'm at. Here's something else that's going to happen. Okay? She's going to turn over her phone. We're going to do a forensic download of that phone. And here's the beauty of forensic downloads. Snap, Insta, all these things where you can go in and you can delete stuff. You know it's never truly deleted.
Right.
Okay? Metadata is always there. We're going to recover the messages from the two of you. She may still have them on her Snap. Hell, we're going to serve a search warrant on Snap to get that stuff. Beautiful thing about Snap is they tell people all the time, once it's gone, it's gone. It's never gone. Okay? It's always on a server somewhere. Yeah. And we're going to retrieve all that. What am I going to find? And what's the smoking gun going to be? Where are we going to find out? When's the first time you crossed the line with her? When was the first time that this went from being, this is not a counselor situation, this is a relationship situation? How long ago did that happen?
I think at this point, I would like a lawyer in order to further have this conversation.
So after that conversation, Caffey's actually released because police don't have enough to hold him yet, but they're far from done in their investigation. Remember, I showed you the police collecting Caffey's phone earlier? Well, when they start digging into that phone, they find all that they need. The passcode to get into the phone, according to police, what are you doing, kiddo? And according to the police report, on the victim's cell phone, she had Caffey saved in her phone as my love with a red heart emoji. So then they open her Snapchat and they find a treasure trove of evidence. Messages between the two that have been saved to the app. There is one from Caffey that reads, this is according to the report, I just got away to do therapy at 2, so I re-downloaded it to see. And one from her that reads, I'll always love and support you. I'll never abandon you. I will never leave you, Sam. I will always be right by your side through everything. A 15-year-old girl writing that to her school counselor. And when police got warrants for the Snapchat servers, they apparently found even more, including a video that Caffey allegedly recorded of himself driving in his car saying, per the report, I love you. I think about you all the time. But there's something else in those messages. Police found out this relationship didn't just start in April. It apparently started months earlier in February, right around Valentine's Day. On February 14th, Caffey apparently gave her 2 marijuana vape cartridges as a gift. And if you thought that was it, there's more. Someone calls the police to talk, and it's none other than Caffey's ex-wife. What she tells them changes everything, because it turns out she was a student at Shelton High when Caffey was a counselor there. She says that after they started dating as adults, he told her he remembered her from school, as well as the looks reportedly she gave him. She also tells police about something she found, something that confirmed her worst fears.
He was letting me into his new Hulu account, though, and he said he had a new username.
Was this
or a new password? Sorry, yes, this was before you guys got him. What was it? It had the word "given" in it. Given. I'm glad that came up.
Oh, so this was before
you got him.
That's interesting because he had given. I just got this information, so it wasn't in the report. But he had given her his Hulu login and Peacock login, and the password was "love for Sage." Yeah. But that was in like February.
That was my password. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I need to know this. I need to know how twisted he was.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I need to know.
Yeah, because I remember you saying that at some point because I wrote it down that was possibly his password, and then I found out that was his. He gave that to her so she could log into Hulu and Peacock and watch some shows, and that was his password. And I was like, oh, but I don't know. Maybe he changed it like back.
And then she mentioned something else. There have been concerns about Caffey ever since he started counseling.
And he said that he had been concerned about Sam for a while. And had said that his first year of working in education, I don't know where he was, but he had told Jake that he had liked the female attention he got from the students. And that was his first red flag, and that's when Jake started distancing himself from Sam. And then Jake also told me that Sam had told him that he was telling a student that he loved her. I was always asking him to draw better boundaries, and felt like I had secretly had thought the whole time, because that comment about liking the way I looked at him, I was just like, he has to like the attention he gets from the female students. I was just like, I remember a couple weeks before you guys caught him, I was asking, because that was a name I heard all the time, being like, you liked this attention, or asked him if he did, and he was just like, no, I don't. But I was just like, as a high school counselor, with how intelligent you are, you can when students are in there because they just want attention from you. Right. And you can say no. Unless they have a need that you can help with, you can turn them away. You're not going to lose your job by telling a student to go to class instead of talking to you. His dad knew as well.
Knew what?
Sam had told me that before they went somewhere, he said that things were getting gray between a student, and he'd gone to his dad for advice, but his dad was just like, you need to knock that off. You need to stop. And that was the end of that conversation.
On June 2nd, 2023, police obtained a warrant and arrested Caffey at his home.
Go ahead and interlace your fingers and turn around, palms to the ground. Okay. Thank you very much.
My grandmother's on her way to come get me. Can I tell her to turn around?
Yeah, we'll let you use your phone here in just a minute, okay?
I appreciate that.
Let me set these cuffs on.
Sure.
Check for fit. A little bit tight on you. Okay, you can unlace your fingers.
Thank you.
We'll get these fit a little bit better. So these are your Miranda warnings. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right at this time to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you're ready. You have decided at any time to exercise your rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Understand the rights that I've explained?
Do.
Having these rights in mind, you wish to talk.
No.
All right. There's that. Okay. So, would you like an explanation of your charges? Okay, so you're under arrest. Do you have a phone that you want to call your grandma on?
Yeah.
Or do you want us to call, or you?
I don't. Can I call?
Sure.
Where's she at?
She's on her way. We were gonna go. I've been working on a car.
Okay.
That's parked at her house, and so she was gonna come pick me up so I could take it back.
Okay.
Hey, Grandma. I'm in a hiccup, so just head back home. Yeah, go back home. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'm really sorry. I will. Okay, Sure.
Yeah, we can do that. Sam, do you have a key to the house here?
This house?
Yes, because we have a search warrant for the residence, and we don't want to have to force the door open. So if you can show me which one of the keys it is that'll open it. I'm assuming probably this one.
Let's go in this case here. It's not my home.
I know.
Right.
But we have a warrant for the house, regardless.
So the other keys in your other pocket?
No, I'm saying that
The AirPod case is that's what's in his pocket. Let me go verify these are the keys for the door. Sheriff's office, anybody home?
Oh, Lincoln one, please, sir. Or Lincoln one. 50
Go off the air for a meeting.
But before he's taken to jail, an investigator has some parting words for him.
Hey Sam, so I'm not going to ask you any questions, okay? I just wanted to say something real quick, if that's okay with you. So listen, I know people make mistakes, right? Okay, this is not equaling a conviction right now, it's just probable cause, okay? I know people make mistakes. That being said, it's not the end of life, right? Okay, so if you could please do me a big favor and do everyone a big favor and take care of yourself and not do anything kind of silly and rash or hurt yourself in any way, okay? Because that's going to put a lot of pain on other people and we don't need that, okay? This is something that is not the end of life, right? Okay? Just want to make that really clear and nobody wants that.
Thank you.
Okay? All right, thank you.
So 29-year-old Samuel Caffey was charged with rape of a child in the 3rd degree, child molestation in the 3rd degree, and distribution of a controlled substance to a person under 18. According to court records, he pleaded guilty to rape of a child in the 3rd degree, and on February 27, 2024, he was sentenced to 41 months in prison, 19 months of community custody, and sex offender registration. An additional filing reveals that he was stripped of his teaching certificate in November of 2024. Last year, a woman actually filed a lawsuit against the school district on behalf of her minor daughter, alleging that the district allowed Caffey to groom and abuse her. That lawsuit was settled earlier this year, and according to a report from the Shelton Mason County Journal, the district had agreed to pay the teen $350,000. What a story. That's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, and as always, please subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you should get your podcasts. You can also check us out on NBC's Peacock as well. If you want to follow me, X, Instagram, my News Nation show, Jesse Weber Live, Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern. See you next time, everybody.